what you need, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show we talk about sports with comedians, and let's get the comedians in the building. First up, my man Howie Bell, and he looked like he ain't here yet. So let me bring in. There you go, Howie. What's happening, bro?
What's happening, good brother? How you doing, Mike?
I'm all right. How you doing, sir?
Hey, all is well, brother. It's a championship week. You know what
I,
I'm talking about, brother? All
I,
is well.
I see you got the shirt, everything. You ready? You ready? There it is. There it is. There it is.
Celebrating for a year. We got 12 months to celebrate.
Here you go. My man, comedian Damian Jones is in the building. D. Jones, how you doing, sir?
Hail to the victors.
Hail to the victors.
To the victors.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I gotta listen to this all day. Jason, hey Jay, how you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm good, man. Listen, all them Michigan stores is out of all that merch, bro.
Man, I had to go out to the suburbs to get this today, brother. Yesterday.
I just wish I had known they were gonna win. I'd have had me a good 200, 300 shirts ready to go.
Oh man,
hey, you would have cleaned up.
Yeah, I'd have cleaned up with that, just with that logo right there. That national champions right there. There you go. I'd have been good.
Absolutely.
All right, so we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, man, and it's some interesting things jumping off. So let me do what I always do: put everybody in a position. Howie Bell, you go up first as usual. Howie Bell, there is again NCAA is in talks again for something new. Howie, it looks like an NCAA panel is scheduled to discuss potential changes to eligibility rules that would incorporate age into the process. Two people with knowledge of the situation said the proposal, which mirrors language written into the executive order issued by President Donald Trump last week, would give athletes 5 years of eligibility with the clock starting at the earliest of two dates, either when they turn 19 or graduate high school. There would be limited expectations, but they would not involve injuries, which has been a common reason for players to ask for extra eligibility. Howie Bell, we're looking at something now that's going to give players an easier road to 5 years of being eligible for this NCAA new rule change. You like it or dislike it?
I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, eligible when you get out of high school and or 19. The 19 part is, why would you have both of those in there? That's kind of weird. It's either you graduate from high school or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that, man. 5 years of eligibility, nothing wrong with that, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? It would give some people some extra time to develop, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and get ready for the pros. I think, but somebody was saying it the other day, you guy from the radio, that the NCAA is already pro sports now. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of it's a little twist to that, with that being added, you know, with the NIL stuff. So I don't know. It don't sound bad to me. Okay. Just off top. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound bad.
All right, so let me see, Damian Jones, what's your take on this, man? This new NCAA proposed rules. How are you looking at it?
It doesn't sound bad. Wasn't it just somebody in college that was like 37 with 3 kids who wasn't trying to leave? and I think that's why they seemed like it. Make this rule, because my man he was playing ball and had 4 jobs and had to take care of his kids. So it doesn't sound bad. They keep changing rules for everything every year, so let's just see how it goes, man. I kind of like it. I think I graduated high school at 17, so you're not fully developed at 21, depending on what sports you're playing. So like in college, you really need to be there 4 years to go to the NFL, and basketball is a little different, so it kind of depends on the sport to me.
Okay. All right, let me see what Jay, what's your take on this, bro?
Total disagreement with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like anything related to Donald Trump is dumb as hell. Mm-hmm. And it's not, you know, it's a knee-jerk response because he doesn't study things, you know, to know how things work. Listen, the rules already are you get 5 years to play 4. That's the rule. It's always been the rule. You get 5 years to play 4 years. But instead of like just keeping his dumbass nose out of stuff, he's meddling into things that he doesn't even understand how it works. So now he's put in a hard, fast rule that says the clock starts ticking once you graduate high school. Well, let's say you don't go to college right away. Let's say you Dennis Rodman and you on the streets and you don't go to college for the first year until you're 23.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So now what? Guess what? Sorry, Dennis, you can't go to college now. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
like all this stuff that he does, he meddles in things and he messes things up to a point to where had he just left it alone, things would have worked out. But then he meddles and then everything's screwed up. And they're trying to appease him because they don't want to hear his mouth. You know, he threatened to take, to cut funding to their schools. So they appease his dumbassery. Now, I heard you say they might take into account injuries. Well, they do that already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They have to apply for a medical red shirt. If they had a catastrophic injury, like in August or like in spring practice, something like that, so even though it's technically their fifth year or their sixth year, they didn't get to play. So now all you gotta do is appeal to NCAA. They'll say yay or they'll say nay, and then you either come back or you can't. But depending, hard, fast rules never work in anything.
Well, I'm gonna just throw my 2 cents out there and say I don't like it because of the simple fact being it's right now it's set as 5 years to play 4. You got the records at 5 years to play 4, but also you got to think of this. Now the way they're doing it, they're doing 5 years to play 5. You know what I mean? So that's not fair to all the people who had to struggle to get there before. I mean, you nix out certain people like Scottie Pippen, the example you use, Dennis Rodman. You got a couple other examples of people who come in late and everything else and ended up playing. Right. The way he does it right now is, Howie, I'm not sure if you caught this, but 19, most kids graduate at 17 and 18, but the clock starts ticking realistically.
19-year-old kids, yeah.
Yeah, the clock starts ticking the minute you graduate high school. The minute you graduate high school, clock's ticking. You know what I mean?
And I want to say this. I want to retract a little bit because I missed that part where the clock starts ticking. That means you only have that amount of time. That I
Right.
do agree
Right.
that doesn't make sense. So I did miss that part when you said that. So
Yeah.
that. So basically, like you said, if you don't start playing 3 years in, you only got 2 years left to play.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I get it.
Yeah, and there are people out there right now. I don't know if you guys realize this now. There are people right now who take off time from high school to college because of certain situation, and then you take away all the people who are walk-on people too, because there's
your clock is ticking if you're in school or not, basically.
Right, but people are not realizing that there's a lot of people who are walk-on athletes. You know what I mean? Who
correct.
They come on, and then they show. Scottie Pippen is the perfect example. He was not amazing coming out of high school. He grew out of college. He was a walk-on, and then he exploded. You know what I mean? If that doesn't happen, if this happens, there's no Scottie Pippens. You know what I mean? There's no people like that.
But like most things, that Trump does,
right,
it's always going to interfere with like black people more.
Right.
Like for instance, HBCUs, for instance, they have a lot of dudes who don't go straight into college from high school. I mean, they got to get a job. They got kids. A lot of dudes don't even enroll until they're like 23, 24 years old. In some instances.
That's true. Yeah.
Now, the way the rule is currently, you get 5 years to play 4. There is no running clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, most of these kids plan on being professional athletes, especially in football and in basketball. And a lot of kids want to be one and dones, right? So what's your objection to playing against older college athletes? It's grown men in the pros. So if you scared to play against older people in college, how the hell are you going to be a professional athlete? They grown already over there.
Yeah.
So again, it's a short-sighted knee-jerk something, you're sticking his nose in stuff, and actually mucking things up and making things worse than they already are, thinking that he's causing a solution. I can't stand that dude, man.
100%. All right, let's move on to the next story, Howie Bell. We got to talk about something I'm sure D. Jones is going to be very excited about. Detroit Pistons guard Cade Cunningham made his return last night against the Milwaukee Bucks. He missed 11 games with a collapsed lung. He registered a double-double in 26 minutes, piling up 13 points, 6 of 11 shooting, going along with 10 assists, 5 rebounds. Of course, they won 137-111. Cade, and I saw a lot of that game last night. Howie, Cade didn't look like he missed a beat. I mean, if you hadn't told me that he had a lung collapse, I wouldn't have even had known. You know what I mean? I think maybe too much is made of it. I don't know. I mean, there was so much of it made. Howie, what's your take on? I'm sure you guys, being from Detroit, you paid attention more to it than I did. What's your take on how he looked last night?
You know what? I was nervous every time he did anything. I didn't want nobody to foul him hard or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Every time he reached up to do something, I was like, oh. But you know what I'm saying? But he played good, man. He played through it. He played very well. And the Pistons, man, I'm telling you, they have proven though they don't. If he goes down or if he has to sit and take a rest, they've proven now that they can work it, man, without him. And
Mhm.
so with him there, it makes them that much better as a team. So I'm ready, man. I'm ready for the playoffs. See what's happening, man. But I was very impressed with Cade Cunningham. I'm glad he came back. Glad nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? He's working his way back in. And hey, man, let's rock and roll. Go Pistons.
All right. So D Jones, with Cade Cunningham being out all that time, did that give the other Piston players the ability to be more confident playing, and without him?
Of course it did. Dennis Jenkins was putting up 17 a game. Kevin Herter, the redhead, was coming off the bench because we needed 3-point shooting. He was terrible. Like he was rusty, I guess. But when he got playing time because Cade wasn't there and Stewart wasn't there. Got his shot back. Duncan Robinson is shooting again. Tobias looking good. Listen, number 1 seed. If you want to get to the finals, you got to come through Detroit. And Cade, did you see the block? He ran.
Yep.
I did. That block was
Man,
crazy.
he was in the bathroom, ran out the bathroom and blocked the corner 3. It was I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with him, man.
Yeah.
He might have lied about this.
That play made me nervous though. It made me a little nervous. I was like, he blocked
when
it
he,
now.
like you said, how when he first got out there, I was like, man, don't hit him on the side. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. For
That's
real.
all. He was throwing dimes. When he get his jumper back, we good, man. Listen, I don't puncture lungs, 6 and done, or whatever. Pistons and 6.
Oh, let me say one more thing, Frank. Too, to not to mention threes. Detroit was one of the worst team in 3-point shooting. Now they up there, bro. Their percentage in 3-point shooting has dramatically risen. So that is making them a contender, man, for the long stretch.
Jay, does this look like that everybody because everybody's talking about people coming out of the East for the finals and everything else. Do you think that Cade being out realistically was a blessing in disguise, Jay?
I don't know if it was a blessing in disguise, but first off, we know Howie and D Jones is going to be at Little Caesars Arena with the bubble wrap
Yeah.
in the tape.
Yeah.
To wrap him up, make sure that happened to him.
Yeah.
He could be squeaking on the court. But I don't think so, man, because he's a young dude, so it's not like he needed rest. I didn't see the game, but the one thing that I was interested in seeing, the first thing that I went to was how many minutes he played. Like, I mean, I wanted to see. I didn't care what his stats were. I was like, how many minutes did he play, and was he able, to like be at capacity out there? And to see he played 26 minutes, and he played, pretty up tempo. I mean, that looks promising to me.
Yeah, I honestly thought the same thing, man. And in my opinion, I'm gonna just say this. In my opinion, I think it was a blessing in disguise for Cade because the other the team got to be able to work out how to play, without him, and they got confidence. I mean, that's the way I looked at it. But
it may be. But then again, let's say dudes, they feel like, man, I don't want to take a back seat no more. So that might be a part of it too.
Well, you guys got to remember, at one point early in the season, he was out and they played without him. So this isn't the first time.
No, I know that, but I'm saying coming into the playoffs, rolling into the playoffs, Cade sits down. He gets the extra rest and everything else because you head into the playoffs, and playoffs is a different thing because now you're playing 4 out of 7. Same
confidence is high. Yeah.
And Detroit, we got Coney Island, and it's medicine and Verner's and the Coney dogs. So if you come to Detroit, you're not feeling good, get you some ginger ale, couple Coney dogs, maybe some chili cheese fries, you'll be all right.
So he said, get some corn dogs.
It's definitely clear out your system, that's for sure.
Get it out your system. So last night, or was it the day before yesterday? I don't remember, but I saw an interesting conversation, man. Draymond Green was up on the table, man, up in front of the mics and everything else, man, and he sounded off on tanking. He said, you know what? There are players getting fines, and to be honest with you, he said there are 12 teams, and only 2 teams got fined that are tanking. And the crazy part about this, Howie Bell, he was right. You know what I mean? And I saw people having a conversation about this and everything else. And I wanted to ask you what your thoughts are, because Howie, in the game when Draymond's team was playing against Sacramento, this situation happened at the end of the game. The Sacramento Kings were ahead by 1 point with time winding down in the fourth quarter, and they have the ball, and then they do what they try to do, and then Draymond and Golden State Warriors get the ball. They didn't have to foul at all. All they had to do was hold the ball, and then they fouled to stop the clock. That set off all kinds of alarms on. We know y'all are tanking, but this was, it was blatant to me. Draymond Green spoke about it and everything else, and he made excellent point. And I think the quote he said was perfect, because you got 12 teams that are clearly tanking and only 2 got fined. But but players are getting fined left and right for supposedly helping the tank too. I was like, this is a great point. I wanted to talk about this discussion. What do you think about what he said, Howie?
Well, they always gonna, mess up the little man before the big man. So you already know that's gonna happen. That's common. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna go after the players instead of going after the source. After the problem. And that's these owners, man. And this team management, all stuff, they doing all this tanking. I don't like this tanking stuff. Even though it's been going on for a long time. It's just getting more public though. Teams been tanking. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing that. When they see that their season ain't really adding up to much, bro, they start doing all kind of weirdo stuff to lose. You know what I'm saying? Not, they're trying to fake it, win a couple here, lose, win one, lose. I mean, they've been doing that for years, but now it's becoming noticeable. And it's whack. It's just like the players that be sitting down and taking time off and stealing money. To me, that's whack too. I mean, all of that's part of. I mean, play damn the sport, man. Play basketball, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do y'all do? I know it's about money. I know everybody trying to swindle, or should I say, money from here and there and do all this hustle stuff. Man, come on, man. That's why people don't trust the sports no more. You know what I'm saying? They feel like everything is turned into wrestling because they like what's real.
Yeah, great point. Damian Jones, how are you looking at Draymond Green's comments about, and the main point he said was there are 12 teams and 2 got fined for tanking out of 12. Meanwhile, the players are getting fined left and right for not participating, and assisting in tanking.
This was blatant tanking. Okay, they were up, and they fouled, so Golden State can go to the free throw line. They didn't foul Draymond. They didn't foul somebody who can't shoot free throws. They fouled a Curry. It wasn't Steph. It was his brother. But I don't care what Curry you foul.
He can make free throws.
Dale Curry, Steph Curry, Aisha Curry. They go with
Indian Curry.
Matter. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was so blatant. And I think the NBA should flip the draft order. Like, if you're close to getting in that play-in, if you between like the 8th and 9th and 10th, you should be higher to get a better draft because you're trying to win. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make it. So I think they should flip that draft order for something like that, because tanking, that's the only way you're going to resolve tanking.
That's an interesting point. Jay, how are you looking at this, man? Because they did foul an 87% free throw shooter in Steph Curry. You got him to the line. It was so blatant and so obvious, man. Everybody shook their head. And Draymond's points was right. Like, what he said, it was wrong. You know what I mean? So what's your take, Jay?
Everything he said was wrong, because I put it up right. He says, I get fined when I do wrong. Just fine the hell out of people. We love taking money from players. Keep finding the players. I've seen 2 fines, and we all know everybody taking. But you've seen 2 fines. If it was players, snatch that money in a heartbeat. Why isn't it the same? Everybody love money. The people that own the league are tanking. Okay? You a player. You play for these people. So what, they gonna find themselves?
Yeah.
No, bro. Listen, you forget your place. You think that you and ownership are on the same level, on the same plane. You are not. This is business. And they don't mind tanking, because the better the league does overall, the better the owners do overall. So they want as many superstar players going to as many teams that need help as possible, or name brand teams where they can sell merch, sell tickets, sell international, whatever they do or whatever, and that's what's about at the end of the day. It ain't about doing wrong, man. I mean, this is business.
100%. You can't get mad at that. 100%. All right, Howie. I got to talk about the Celtics for a second, man, because tonight, for the first time in a minute, since he tore his Achilles tendon, Jason Tatum and the Boston Celtics are squaring off against the New York Knicks tonight in a game.
Yeah. It's gonna be an L.
Yeah, and everybody's looking at obviously how Tatum is going to be affected by going and playing at a place of this injury. How you look at this, Howie Bell? What's your take on Jason Tatum returning to the New York Knicks?
Well, if I can do my best D. Jones impression, I don't give a piss about the Celtics or the New York Knickerbockers. I don't give.
He said the whole government. He said the Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers. I don't care about these guys. I hope they beat each other to death. You know what I'm saying? Triple overtime. Everybody tired as hell after it's over. I don't care about it, but I like Tatum as a player, and I would like to see how he performs under this, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. I don't care. This is the game that I'm gonna watch and sit back and enjoy. It's like watching the Bears and the Green Bay Packers to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them games. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, I'm drinking a Town Club with Honolulu Blue flavor. You know what I'm talking about? Honolulu Blue. That's the line. Just wanted to add that. Yeah.
You can't be giving no free advertisement up here, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I might get some out of that.
D. Jones, how are you looking at this situation, man, with Jason Tatum returning to New York tonight as the Celtics face off against the Knicks?
Whatever how we drink it, gotta taste like boo boo.
It's delicious.
First, disclaimer. Shout out to Melo, Larry Johnson, Allen Houston, Jamal Crawford, maybe D. Brown, Reggie Lewis. As far as everybody else from them franchises, they can all go to hell. I can't stand Patrick Ewing, John Starks, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and there's a steal by Bird, him too. Okay, Boston, the first team made me cry as a kid. I couldn't stand them. Okay, I never liked the Knicks, but they ain't never really been whatever. John Starks can go to hell too.
They ain't done nothing since Vietnam, so that's why you ain't mad at them. So yeah, I get it.
I think what you guys like a half a game above Cleveland, right?
Who, the Celtics?
I believe it's a half a game above Cleveland. So I like to see the Knicks beat y'all tonight. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Jalen's playing, so that's good too. Jalen Brown's out. Hopefully I don't wish injuries on anybody, but he should just take the playoffs off. And
take the playoffs off.
Yeah, just sit out, Jalen. We don't need you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it. Actually, I want to see Tatum put up 50 on the Knicks because something about the Knicks, they so arrogant and they ain't never won nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Mo was watching. I want Jason Tatum to put up 600 points tonight, but I want y'all both to lose.
Yeah. All right. Jake, what's your take on the Celtics now returning tonight? Jason Tatum returning to the scene of the crime.
I ain't really got no thoughts on anything Boston Celtics. Listen, and D. Jones brought up the only thing about Boston I've ever liked, and that is one D. Brown of the Jacksonville University Dolphins, Duval County, Florida native. That's the best thing Boston ever did for themselves.
And the pretty women.
Well, we got those down there. and they eat ham hocks, so they shape right. For me, I think it's gonna be a really good game. I think it's gonna be a tone setter one way or the other. Going into the playoffs, these teams are not unfamiliar with each other. It's gonna be a slobber knocker, man. They gonna get it in. Mm-hmm. So I mean, no Jalen, Bird, Patrick, whoever. The Knicks and Celtics play. They come in to play ball. So Boston is up, on Cleveland and the Knicks by 3 games. So I think the Knicks are really going to be focused about getting this, trying to do whatever, in the playoffs. But at this point, man, the season's pretty set. And, it'll be a good game, I think. I'm going to watch it.
I think it might be a good game, but I think the Celtics are sitting out a lot of people because they think they got the second seed already set. I think they're going to be sitting out some people.
They might.
Yeah, we'll see.
How many games left in the season right now?
3. Like 3, yeah. Now, if Anthony Towns break a nail, that might change the narrative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if he break a nail, go then the game might be for Boston. Then after that.
All right. So I wanted to bring up this next point because I saw it and I was like, yeah, this is going to be very interesting. JJ Redick of the Los Angeles Lakers, bro. JJ Redick went off, and I want to get some of the direct quotes of what he said. And let me put Howie here because this is what he said. He said he called out the entire team. The other night when OKC blew him out, I don't know if you guys saw it. They blew him out by 35.
Yeah.
About Rui, he said he wasn't doing his job, so I took him out. On Vando, it was a confluence of things he did wrong. And on DeAndre Ayton, he said he can't catch the ball. I've never seen a coach, basically call out his entire team like that after a loss. I mean, I've seen somewhat of it.
It wasn't the entire team.
Yeah, but not the entire team. Not like JJ Redick did it like this. I want to talk about this because it's heading into the playoffs too. You know what I mean? You got injuries on the team and everything else. What's your take, Howie Bell, on the mindset of the players of the Lakers as they head into the playoffs with their coach calling them out like that? You think this is a good thing to motivate them? Bad thing? What's your take, Howie, on what overall?
Well, sound like JJ Redick is nervous.
I don't think nervous is the right word, but go ahead. He ain't nervous.
Scared, nervous, something, concerned about. He sound like he got a problem. I mean, yeah. I mean, he does to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you out there doing this, man? Like you said, playoffs about to start. You already know the situation. You know what I'm saying? You limping into the playoffs. With these injuries, you can't. You gonna beat them up while they down your own team? Sound like you got a problem, my friend. You know what I'm saying? What's up with you and your coaching strategy? You know what I'm saying? That are you basically telling us? Are you projecting to us that you've been doing wrong? Because that sounds like you calling out your mistakes. You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, that's kind of the take I'm getting from it. And what does he mean he can't catch the ball? Dude, don't say that type of shit publicly, man. Pull him to the side or get the coach and his staff to work with him on that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing you say publicly, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was weak. You know what I mean? To me, to be honest, I don't like JJ Redick. So, I mean,
he went to Duke.
Yeah. That's what. Okay, that's what it is. That's why he got this style.
He went to Duke.
Yeah, he did. JJ Redick. I never liked this coach. He's a very arrogant guy. You know what I'm saying? I've heard him talk a lot. Man, I don't know. I don't like this bashing out at your team on your way limping into the playoffs. Not a good move.
D. Jones, do you think this is a good move to happen for the Lakers? Because you got some injuries. You got a lot of injuries, actually. Do you think this is a good move? Bad move? What's your take on the coach calling out his players?
All right, because I gotta go real quick. But I never seen JJ Redick play a lick of defense when he played for Duke or Philly or the Clippers. Never. And I mean, he didn't lie, but like how we said, maybe you should say that behind closed doors, because DeAndre Ayton is trash. But you didn't have LeBron, the second greatest player of all time, and I'm a big fan of his. You didn't have Reeves. You didn't have Luka. Y'all lost by 35. Maybe he was like, we could have lost by 20 because they was playing OKC. What the hell you thought was about to happen?
Right.
All right. Okay. Because honestly, they could have lost by 60 the way they was playing, though. I watched that game. They could have lost by 60. Easy. But those boys did play. They did scrap. But I don't know what JJ was expecting. But Jay, tell me what you think, man. How you looked at it?
For all the reasons that y'all liked what the Pistons did in the absence of Cade, are the very reasons why JJ is hot right now. Because he's like, you're not even competing. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, yeah, Bron's out. Yeah, Luka's out. Yeah, you know, AR is out. But y'all got to go compete, man. Y'all pros too. You know what I'm saying? You know, so to me, I think he probably felt like it was a lackluster performance and that they just weren't pros that night. You know what I'm saying? You know, like they didn't compete as hard as they could have. And that's frustrating because you're going to need these dudes come playoff time. And if they don't care to win, I don't know what you do with that, man. And Howie, fun fact, I met JJ Redick at a fundraiser here in Brooklyn like 2 years ago, 3 years ago at the most.
Yeah.
One of the nicest people I ever met in my life, man. It burns my soul to have to admit that. I thought it was gonna be a man. Had he just been a jerk, I'd have been like, great, man. He was the nicest dude, man.
Really?
And he way bigger than you think too. He about 6'5", man.
Really?
Yo, he's big, man. He's like 6'4", 6'5". He's tall.
Wow, didn't see that coming. I thought he was my height, literally about 6.
No.
All right, so let's keep this moving. Let's talk about the Indiana Pacers star is back, Howie Bell. Tyrese Halliburton is now doing 5-on-5. He posted it on social media. He's doing 5-on-5. He was excited. He just wanted everybody to know that he's out there because at the end of the day, you know, people are starting to come back now, you know, and now it seemed like I don't know if he's going to play this season. I doubt it at all because Indiana Pacers are terrible. You know what I mean? But this seems like good news. What's your take, Howie Bell?
Yeah, that's good news, man. You know what I'm saying? He can take his time, though. Like you said, they're not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you know, heading into this playoffs at all. So, I mean, their season is that. You know, so it's because I don't even think they made the playoffs.
No, they didn't make the play. They went to
work team. Yeah. So, I mean, they don't even have a chance for a play-in. So, I mean, they're done. So, from that aspect, you know what I'm saying? Take your time, Halliburton. Everybody, I like him. I think he's a likable player. Take your time, man, coming back. He had a bad injury. Take your time.
Take your time. Take your time. Jay, what's your take on Tyrese Halliburton starting 5-on-5 right now and letting everybody know?
Man, Tyrese needs to just go ahead and put his feet up because the Pacers ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. And he got fragile muscles and tendons. So just train, get ready for next season because this year's a wash. Here's the thing. How the hell is Tatum back and he not?
That's what people are saying.
Maybe his injury is more severe. Or is it the exact same?
Nah, it's the exact same.
It's the exact same injury.
Exact same.
Now, does that come down, and I don't want to sidetrack our conversation, but does that come down to like the amount of money you spend on your training staff for your organization, or is that the doctor? I don't know what that comes down to.
It comes
down to the doctor.
The doctor, and when you had the surgery, Jason Tatum had his surgery immediately, the very
next day.
Like he had it. Tyrese Halliburton waited 3 or 4 days, and then he had his surgery. I think those two things happen. And I think that they both mean a lot. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
But doctors matter too, Howie. Like I don't know who did Tyrese Halliburton surgery, but Tatum got hurt in New York.
Yeah, and
they immediately took him, to probably HSS,
one of the best hospitals,
like the best, the best orthopedic hospital on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? So them doctors got him straight.
And he was having his surgery 9 a.m. the next morning. He was getting prepped and had his surgery right there.
Fresh injury, they got him right there, right?
Yeah, he didn't wait.
With the best doctors.
With the best doctor. He didn't fly back to Boston to get looked at again by second. He just, let's do it right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it. Howie Bell, we got to talk about the next thing, man, is OKC locked up the first seed again. They're an exclusive company by accomplishing their goal. And of course, they're the defending champs. The Thunder clinched the NBA's best record and top seed Wednesday night with a 128-110 road win over the LA Clippers. It's the third straight season that OKC earned the Western Conference #1 season, third straight. And the Thunder became the 6th team with a 3-season streak as a top playoff seed since the NBA went to a 16-team playoff format in 83-84. What's your take on OKC looking super dominant? Third season at the #1 seed, bro, and look what happened. You know what I mean? The third season.
It's almost like it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And they got Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I don't understand what's about to happen in these playoffs, man, especially on the West. I'm very because at the end of last year I picked OKC to go back.
Yeah.
But watching the play of the Spurs and the emergence of Wemby, I changed my thing this year. I said I think that the Spurs are going to go. So this is it's weird. I'm glad I don't gamble like D Jones. I'll be all messed up right now. You know
Be
what I'm saying?
broadcasting from the bus station.
Oh man, because I don't understand who's gonna come out of the West, really.
Yeah,
Even though I
yeah.
switched to the Spurs, but the OKC looks
Well,
off. They
behind
look
the Spurs,
unstoppable.
the Spurs beat OKC 3 out of 4 times
They
this
did.
season, right? And that they averaged 20. They won by 25. And the fourth time that the fourth time they played, they lost by 2, and a couple of their players weren't playing. You know what I mean? So right now they're the odds-on favorite. But you could use the same thing about how the Celtics and the Knicks played last season. The Celtics were averaging by beating the Knicks last season by 20, but when they got into the playoffs, you know what I mean? That they lost. So you never know. It is the
Yeah.
playoffs.
The
4 out of
playoffs
7.
is the playoffs.
Yeah, the
Because
playoffs.
once the playoffs get into like game 2 and 3, then people start really knowing how each other play, especially like game 3.
Mhm.
People know each other and they know so much. So it's sheer athleticism and coaching.
Mhm.
Those are the two things it comes down to. And coaching, I'm going to say, is really the most.
Right.
And, because everybody at this point is athletic. Everybody's good. Everybody's this and that in the playoffs. You got some players, of course, better than others. But it comes down to coaching. You know what I'm saying? And some coaches are just better than others. And
Yeah.
they can get their team past another team strictly based off their scheme and the way they scheme against that team in particular.
But I do want to say OKC is a matchup problem for some people, but San Antonio is a matchup nightmare for a lot
Oh
of people.
God.
They're a
Oh man.
nightmare, and because of Wemby and because of other couple of players that they have that are basically tall, so it's a matchup nightmare. Jay, OKC did this. They make NBA history doing what they're doing. Jay, how are you looking at what they accomplished? Is it something that the West should be frightened of? Or it does not even matter. What's your take on this? Because the playoffs is a different, ball of wax too. So how are you looking at this?
Hey, competitors ain't never scared now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I mean, they're gonna pay attention to them. I mean, they're not gonna overlook them, but they ain't gonna be scared of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the quote, Howie's boy, from Detroit, the late great Emmanuel Stewart, styles make fights.
Yeah.
Right? The Spurs, for whatever reason, are a terrible matchup for OKC.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, the Spurs have a losing record against Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They can't beat the Knicks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if it comes down to the Spurs and OKC in the final, then you got to go with the Spurs, making it, to the NBA finals, if they make the conference final. Because they're a bad matchup for whatever reason, for OKC. But let's say the Spurs play Denver early on. Then maybe Denver takes the Spurs out, and then OKC make light work of Denver.
Yeah, they will. They will.
It's crazy, man. I mean, so you don't know how to even play this, man, how to even call it. But huge accomplishment. As long as they avoid the Spurs, they'll be all right.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to be praying that they don't even have to face the Spurs. Trust and believe. They will be praying about that. Howie Bell, we got to talk about Kirk Cousins, because Kirk Cousins is in the news because of he basically spoiled the worst kept secret in the NFL, which really doesn't happen a lot. He basically told everybody knows that the Raiders are going to draft Fernando Mendoza, and he came out and said, quote, he doesn't want to start unless he's the best option. You know what I mean? That's what he said that. But I was more concerned, but he was telling people that the Raiders are going to draft Fernando Mendoza. You know what I mean? I like, why would you say that kind of stuff? But he did. Howie, how are you looking at this situation?
I think everybody knew the Raiders was going to draft Mendoza, but him saying it is kind of weird. And then him saying, and I ain't got to play either.
I get paid either way.
yeah. That's kind of funny. I ain't got to play now. I don't have no problem. He already said that. So he just wanted to get paid and sit back and hold the clipboard. But so, I mean, him spilling the beans sound like he's like, hey, everybody, look. I agree.
Right.
He's gonna be good, and I'm gonna sit here and be in the back, and I'll try to help him. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's saying to me.
Honestly, Howie, I think that Tom Brady was mixing up in this, and I think Tom Brady and at least I thought that Tom Brady was going to want Kirk Cousins to start and Fernando Mendoza to sit and watch him for at least half the season. You know what I mean? And get that's what I was thinking. But according to what Kirk Cousins says, Howie, it don't look like it's going to roll out like that.
Nah. And to add, you got to remember Mendoza's a little older too.
Mm-hmm.
He's not young, I don't think. He's a little older, 24 or 25 or something.
No, I think he's 23, 24. Yeah, I think he's
24, but he's not, you know what I'm saying? Like he's more manual, more mature, should I say. You know what I'm saying?
He's 22.
Is he 22?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he could come out. He plays more mature than that, though, but than the 22. But I think he could come out and start. Why not? I mean, what's all this development stuff for him? Man, just play. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got you. We paid you the money. Hey, lose the couple games. Who cares? Out of the first 3 games, if you win 1, we'll be happy. If you win 1 out of the first 4, we'll be happy. You know what I'm saying? You're a rookie. The Raiders don't have nowhere to go but up. Play that man. Forget about Kirk Cousins. That's old news. He don't want to play any damn way. He just said it. You know what I'm saying? So play and start the Mendoza, man.
Jay, how are you looking at this situation? First of all, what's your thought on Kirk Cousins telling the world what the Raiders are going to do, and what's your thought on what Kirk Cousins said he going to do?
First off, I will say this every chance I get: put Kirk Cousins' agent in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Most definitely. He telling the truth. Yeah.
Put that man in the Hall of Fame today. No vote, no nothing. Just put him in there. Secondly, they've been talking about the Raiders taking Mendoza all season long, number 1 overall. You know, like why the football season's still going on, you know, with the in college. So, but like I said, and I stand on this, I don't root for nobody to fail. But to me, he ain't the goods like that to be going number 1 overall. I watched him play at Cal, and I watched him have a magical season last year, and he was mid at best at Cal.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him have like that one great year, statistically speaking, you know, on a really well-built team, I don't see it, man. I just don't. Now, I love to be wrong, man, because I want everybody, you know, to live their dreams to the fullest. But I just like the Raiders, you know, should be either trading down or, you know, to get more picks because they need everything, or taking a player that's like a defensive player or like a skilled player that's going to help them moving forward, because the quarterback draft is going to be a lot better next year.
Hey, Jay, just, you know what'd be crazy though? If they
What's
did that, if they picked him, if they got him, and then they traded him off and get more things, and then Mendoza winds up becoming some incredible quarterback, man, that is the shit that brings nightmares to organizations, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But see, the same day trade only happens like in the NBA, like that. The NFL, they want that pick to take their guy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if they trade out of there, then they're trading down, you know, because somebody else want to come get him, maybe. You know, to get more picks. But when you like the Raiders, dude, you need everything.
That's true. You need everything.
You need everything, man. You know, and you know, and to use that pick on this guy. No, I don't know.
That's the stuff they talking about in their front office. What do we do?
Right.
Yep. What do we do?
They need new valet parkers and everything with the Raiders. They need everything.
New chefs. New
everything. Hot dog makers. You know what I'm saying? Everything.
The next thing we got to talk about is New York Giants defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence. We've been trying to get this story for a couple of days. He requested a trade, and he said he's not participating in the offseason workouts, which began this past Tuesday. And you know, he's upset about this. And basically, he's upset because now, when he first got his contract, he was the top paid defensive tackle. Now, a couple years in, he's like the 4th or 5th defensive tackle, you know, payment like that. But he signed the contract, Howie. How are you looking at this?
It's crazy because I just heard a report about the Giants. I think the coach said something about that. Everybody is tradable.
Mm-hmm.
They just said this like this morning or something.
Yeah.
So I guess they're trying to just shake it all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So maybe him requesting the trade, him kind of knowing the atmosphere, what's going on there. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to say, I can't remember his name. You know what I'm saying? But one of the guys came out today from the Giants and said, I think it was the head coach, and said that everybody was tradable. So, so Dexter Lawrence probably looking at it like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Everybody tradable? All right, then. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't paying, so I want out. Let me be the first one to say I want to go.
Mm-hmm. I look at it like this: the way I came into it, and I thought about this and everything else. The Giants make, some serious mistakes, bro, and they make it. A couple years ago, they still hurting about that Saquon Barkley trade and everything else. But they do got a new head coach, came from Baltimore. One of the Harbaugh. I always mix up John. I think it's John Harbaugh. I think maybe this is a situation that could rock the boat, but we'll see because he's just getting in there. And I think Dexter Lawrence should wait and see what happens, but we'll see, right? We'll see.
We will see. We will see.
We'll
And look, we've been waiting to see when America gonna be great again too. So I don't know how long we gotta wait. We will see.
It's certainly good. I mean, we certainly got to wait until this fool is up out of here for sure.
It's completely in the opposite
Hey,
direction.
look, he gotta wait till him to leave before it can be great again. He started the campaign.
We ain't no way with him.
So, hey, how are you looking at this situation with Dexter Lawrence? Meanwhile, they do got a new head coaches coming in trying to get things together. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How are you looking at this, Jay?
First off, you talk about mixing people up. What you don't want to have mixed up is what I did, because Dexter played at Clemson along with Christian Wilkins, and I often like confuse the two of them. Dexter. I mean, they're both really good NFL players. I mean, Dexter's better, but Christian Wilkins is the one who be on the field grabbing dudes' nuts and sticking his fingers in their booties and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, is he the sexual assaulter, or is it? So I had to look it up. It's not Dexter. So let me just clear that up.
You're the only person who thought that. You're the only person. Wow,
bro. Wow. Yo, just Google Christian Wilkins, bro. Like even in college, bro, he was wild like that.
No, I saw somebody grab somebody's whole balls though before.
Bro, he grabbed.
I think that is him. I seen that. Yeah. I seen that.
You know what I mean? Like he had his hands up a dude's butt, bro. He had his fingers up him.
Yeah, he's a habitual assaulter.
He's a sexual assaulter on the field. And he about 6'4", 350. So what you gonna do about it? Okay. I mean, with Dexter, new coach, and like you said, Frank, he signed the contract. And when he signed the contract, it was one of the richest deals, for a D tackle.
Yeah, at the time, yeah, it was.
So the money gonna go up every year. That somebody else signed. Especially when the money get a little bigger, and to try to hold out, I don't know if that's the right move. With a team that ain't done nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they gonna say I value you, but I ain't gotta. I mean, you making good money, bro. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Play out this contract. Let's revisit this.
I think you hit the nail on the head, because let's revisit it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the team does right now this year. But demanding it right now while a new head coach is coming in and trying to get a new scheme set up with the team that has been terrible, I think this is horrible timing, if you ask me. But
especially when you're not tearing the league up like that. I mean, he's a really good player, but he ain't Warren Sapp.
No, he's not. He's not. And he ain't Milton Williams. You know what I mean? Even though he's making more money than when Milton Williams was 2 years ago. Or
Aaron Donald for sure.
Yeah.
He ain't that at D tackle.
He got Lawrence in his name, but he ain't Lawrence Taylor.
No,
he definitely ain't that dude.
He ain't. Not in the least. We gotta talk about the Atlanta Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts is reportedly going to sign his franchise tag. Word is coming out that Kyle Pitts wants to stay. He wants to work it out. Atlanta is trying to figure it out on how they're going to make sure they get this dude to sign. They're going to continue to negotiate a long-term deal, but right now he locks in at $15.045 million, fully guaranteed 1-year contract to stay in Atlanta. I think this is a great move for Kyle, because at the end of the day, he'll continue on to negotiate. He ain't demanding a trade like Dexter Lawrence is. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's trying to figure out a long-term deal, and he's one of the best tight ends in the league. How you looking at this, Howie Bell?
He is. He's good, man, and he likes Atlanta, obviously, for probably the same reasons Jay does. You know what I'm saying? So, so I mean, he wants to stay in Atlanta, baby. He wants to be
Yeah.
in ATL. He don't want to
Yeah.
go nowhere.
What's going
Long
on,
term
Sean?
deal in Atlanta, baby. Let's go, Pitts. No, I ain't mad at him, man. I like Pitts too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Yeah, he ready. Come on, give him the franchise tag, man. Let him do it. Let's
Okay.
rock.
All right. Jay, how are you looking at this situation, Jay?
I mean, he really has not met expectations of what they thought he would be.
Mhm.
You know, for the high draft pick, what was he, like 6th overall or 5th overall or something like that for a tight end?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a high pick.
Yeah, I think
And
he might be higher. But go ahead.
Yeah, you know, and he's really only had like one really good season.
Mm-hmm.
So hitting the free agent market, he probably was going to make less per year than what this first round thing was going to give him. So it just makes sense, for him, to like stay with the Falcons, prove himself to that organization, and see what how things go from there. But I really think that somebody put that, the Angel Reese night flyer on his windshield to be showcasing down the street. He's like, you know what? I got to be around for that, man. But Atlanta's it's a great place to be if you're an athlete, especially a black athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And why would you go someplace else, man, to play, for like even just a little bit more money?
Right.
Especially if you're winning. I can't even imagine if you're a black athlete in Atlanta and your team.
Oh my God.
And your team is winning. I can't even imagine what it must be like. Damian Jones is back. D. Jones, what's your take on Kyle Pitts reporting to sign his franchise tag for $15.045 million for 1 year and negotiating to stay there for long term?
Well, let's hit this part. Winning in Atlanta. Did y'all see Dominique Wilkins on the Magic City documentary?
I did.
Yeah.
Oh
missed
my
that.
God. Okay. Kyle, man, he's kind of been a disappointment, man. They was comparing him to Shannon Sharp when he came out, and he ain't been none of that. But good for him. Get your money. Maybe who they got? 2 over there now.
Yep.
Yeah, they do.
And they got Penix, but he hurt.
Yeah,
we gonna see. They got top 3 running back, probably second, third back in the league. So we gonna see what they're gonna do.
Okay. All right. This story just came out while we were on the air. Howie Bell. Let me make sure I get it correctly. Here it is, Howie Bell. The Justice Department has begun an investigation of whether the NFL has violated anti-competitive practices with its television contracts that require consumers to pay subscription costs to watch some games. Sources confirmed to ABC News. And you know what this says to me, Howie? Streaming. You know what I mean? This is streaming all day. And if the Justice Department is investigating into whether the NFL's violated some anti-competitive practices, I'm not sure, because it's the Trump administration. I'm not sure if there's any weight to this or not. But I do know, I do know I'm sick and tired of all these damn streaming services playing, NFL. I want the NFL just to be on regular TV. I don't know how you're looking at it. I just want the NFL to be on regular TV like everybody else. I want NBA to be on regular TV. I'm sick of these streaming services, Howie. I'm sick of them playing the games, because then you got to get us. Oh, damn, I ain't got Peacock. Oh, do I got Prime? I got Prime. You know what I mean? Thank God for G. Jones giving me the Fire Stick, because I was getting upset. But Howie, how you look at the situation, man?
They're doing that with the NBA games too. But let me tell you this. What so you said that, what is the competitive? Say that one more time. There's a competitive, they're compromising what?
I'll say it again. It's basically they're investigating whether the NFL has violated anti-competitive practices.
Right there. So anti-competitive practices.
Yep.
So
anti-competitive.
When they're spreading it out, and I'm not a fan of the streaming, but when they're spreading it out over all these platforms, isn't that giving it? Isn't that being, you know what I'm saying, some kind of balance there though?
That's the very definition of it not being like a monopoly.
Yeah.
Right? Ain't that the very definition? I mean, it's so I'm confused a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're allowing it.
That's why I preface it, Howie, by saying it's the Justice Department under the Trump administration.
It's the jackass intervening again, just so his name get mentioned.
I did.
Why can they be in violation of anti-competitive practices
when it's 10 different people?
when they're actually practicing, like you said, the actual opposite.
Yeah.
I had to think, I had to think for a minute. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Let me put my thinking cap on. I was like, I know I'm not dumb here. I'm listening to what you're saying. So it doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not a huge fan of the streaming services, but what they're doing is allowing, different people to have access to the NFL games.
Howard, can I say a little small little, how they have the small print stuff in small print?
Yeah.
I think I need somebody needs to put in small print. This is the Trump administration trying to squeeze more money out of NFL.
Gotta be. That's what it is.
It's a shakedown, bro. It's a
shakedown. Yeah.
That's all it is. It's all it is.
Because I was going to say as well, I was like, it's all about the money. Because the NFL is making so much money doing this, bro. NFL could have a Tuesday night game, bro, and people will go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, they can literally play football all week.
Please don't give them the idea for Tuesday. I'm already spread out now.
Tuesday's way too short of a turnaround.
Yeah, too much.
Thursday is too short if you ask me.
Yeah. Man, but now they do like 3 games on Thursday sometimes.
Yeah, I don't even like Thursday night games. I like Sunday and Mondays, and I'm fine with that. But Thursday, I don't like Thursday night games at all. But that's me. That's me. D. Jones, how are you looking at this, man? Is this a shakedown to you, either by the Justice Department of the United States government and Donald Trump administration?
Somebody want that oil money. Somebody want that college money. Somebody want that football money. Yeah, man. Somebody's a bully out here, and they want it all. And I'm like, Howie, who's left? Tubi? Like, who's not answering NFL right now?
Right.
It's very fair and balanced.
Quick shout out. I got a movie on Remy Ma's network called the Remy Network. Go check it out. Enemy in My House. So another streaming is free. Go check that out. But yeah, I don't. Who's left? Like, everybody got a piece of the pie. Netflix, Peacock, Prime, everybody. Somebody's got a piece of it. Yeah, everybody got this. So maybe he mad because they didn't give him a portion. I don't know.
He want his cut.
Yeah, 100%. Jay, give me your thoughts.
Listen, what Howard D. Jones just said, like right here says right now, the NFL currently has television contracts with ESPN, ABC, NBC Sports, CBS Sports, Prime Video, and Netflix. That's 5 different platforms you can go get the goddamn NFL. And mind you, ABC, NBC, and CBS are free television.
Mm-hmm.
So he trying to make it seem like he cares about the poors now.
Right.
So let's investigate, because the poors can't afford to have these other platforms. They can't afford Prime and Netflix. Well, you know what? That's 2 games they'll miss. Yeah. Because ABC and ESPN broadcast free games.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially in the playoffs are all free.
Yep.
Right? Now, if you don't have ESPN, then you can't watch Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of an argument or whatever, but
you ain't gonna see no international games if you don't have Peacock.
Right, that's right, yeah, because it's early in the morning. Right. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So this is just another thing for you to stop talking about Epstein, first and foremost. But he just feels like he's just so much smarter. And so he intervenes in things that's way above what he can even grasp.
Right.
To say that you're trying to make them, have fairer practices when they're on 5 different platforms, 3 of which are free, then I don't know what you're talking about.
You forgot to add one thing, Jay. You forgot to add one thing. With the contracts that he has with the NFL, the NFL is maxed out on every network. They're not prorating, saying, hey, we only get 2 or 3 games, only getting 4 or 5 games to broadcast. The NFL got them all maxed. You know what I mean? And then the owners get a piece of all of that for maxed out. So you got 8 different platforms right now, and all of them maxed out right now. Like, it's ridiculous. And of course, he got his hand in all of that. He wanted to put his hand in all of that. So
I just know a grifter when I see it, Frank. You know what I'm saying? Like, so okay, here's the thing. The bottom of the article says, that they could possibly, be liable for $14,121,779,033 in damages. if they lose whatever this antitrust thing is. One, I don't think that they would lose.
Right.
But they would spend millions in lawyers.
Right.
Yep.
Or I'm sure he gonna say, or you just give me a little something in this account right here.
That's right.
And it all goes away.
They all go away.
That's where it's going. That's where we're going.
And I hate that I'm in this country knowing that there's somebody that transparent and that corrupt that anybody knows that anytime he brings anything that's in the name of fairness, he's trying to get a cut out of him.
And he's president of the United States. Let's not forget that part. And
that's ridiculous. I'll never forgive y'all sorry bastards for doing that.
Like, yeah, that's ridiculous. All right, y'all. We gotta get ready to roll up out of here. Howie Bell, I know you got some stuff going on. Please let everybody know how they can follow you, man, and what's going on in your world.
Hey, you gotta remember we're here because they didn't like the way she laughed. All right, so
sure, right.
That's why we're here. So listen, man, how
she wasn't black enough either.
Ain't a woman.
She washed greens in the tub.
Right, vagina was a hindrance.
Yeah. So any excuse to do. So we here. Howie Bizzell's my name. Follow me, brothers. I'm gonna be down in Addison, Texas, right outside of Dallas this Saturday. You're gonna have a hell of a show, Texas. Y'all come see me. And then, of course, I'm going back to New York, man. Next weekend, not this week. Next weekend, I got my man Capone coming down to Bleecker Street. So we're gonna do it.
Ah, that's my dude, Capone. D Jones, tell everybody out there how they can follow you. What's going on in your world?
313 D Jones. Last week I threw out the first pitch at Tiger Stadium. Last night I sang the Black National Anthem at the Pistons game. This weekend I'll be in Rhode Island doing comedy. I can't invite nobody, but I'll be in Rhode Island.
You can invite Chocolate.
Doing comedy for the military bases. So yeah. That's what it is.
Jay, tell everybody what's going on in your world.
Follow me at JD Hayes over on fan base, man. I'm out here writing these scripts every day. People, look for it. It's coming.
There you go. There
it is. All right, y'all. We got to get ready to roll up out of here. Today's Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. We got a great show tomorrow because guess what we're going to do? We're going to talk more about the NBA playoffs. We're going to talk more about some of the stuff that's going on in the NFL. We got to talk about even we got to figure out how we're going to talk about this golf situation that's going on, because some of the stuff that's been falling out in the golf situation, man, it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Look at all that stuff, man. Yeah, y'all see them. Y'all see them. Michigan all day, huh? Y'all see them. It's Box Seat.
I just wanted,
It's Box Seat, y'all, the show we talk about sports with comedians and one filmmaker. Comedians and one filmmaker. That's what we're doing. All right, y'all.
Okay.
Peace.
What you need, yeah, man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey, we about it,
All right, y'all.